If you're taking creatine and thinking, why isn't this working the way everyone promised, you're definitely not alone. Creatine is one of the most researched and trusted supplements in the world, yet it's also one of the most misunderstood. When people say creatine didn't work for them, the issue is rarely the supplement itself. Most of the time, it comes down to small but critical mistakes in how it's used. Creatine isn't magic, and it doesn't work instantly. It requires consistency, proper dosing, hydration, and realistic expectations. Miss one of those pieces, and the results can feel disappointing or confusing. That's why today we're breaking down 11 big mistakes people make when taking creatine that you should never repeat. Fix these errors, and creatine stops feeling overrated and starts delivering the strength, recovery, and performance benefits it's actually known for. Mistake number 1. Expecting instant results. Creatine isn't caffeine, and that's where many people get frustrated. You don't take it and feel an immediate rush an hour later. Instead, creatine works quietly by slowly saturating your muscle cells over time. For most people, this process takes 1 to 3 weeks of consistent daily use. During that period, the changes are subtle, and it's easy to assume nothing is happening. That assumption leads to the biggest mistake of all: quitting too early. When you stop before your muscles are fully saturated, you never reach the point where creatine actually delivers its benefits. Strength gains, improved endurance, and better recovery show up after saturation, not before it. Walking away early is like stopping a workout program after 3 sessions and wondering why nothing changed. Creatine rewards patience and consistency. Take it every day, even on rest days, and let it build up naturally. Don't judge its effectiveness based on how you feel in the first few days. Give it time, support it with training and hydration, and the results people talk about start to make sense. Mistake number 2, taking way too much. More doesn't mean better when it comes to creatine, and this mistake causes more problems than people expect. Taking huge doses in hopes of faster results often leads to bloating, stomach cramps, nausea, or urgent bathroom trips. None of that helps your training, recovery, or consistency. Your muscles can only store a limited amount of creatine at a time, so anything beyond what your body can use is simply wasted. For most people, a simple 3 to 5 grams per day is more than enough to fully saturate the muscles over time. This steady approach works just as well in the long run as aggressive dosing, without putting unnecessary stress on your digestive system. Smaller daily doses are easier to tolerate, easier to stick with, and far more sustainable. Creatine is not a more is better supplement. It's a right amount, taken consistently supplement. Stick to the basics, let it build up naturally, and you'll get the benefits without the discomfort. When it comes to creatine, patience and simplicity outperform excess every time. Mistake number 3, obsessing over loading phases. You don't need to suffer for faster results, even though many people think you do. Creatine loading phases are often promoted as a way to fill your muscles faster, but they're completely optional. Yes, loading can speed up muscle saturation, but it also increases the chances of stomach discomfort, bloating, cramps, or diarrhea, especially for people with sensitive digestion. The truth is that daily low doses of creatine reach the exact same level of muscle saturation over time. It may take a little longer, but the end result is identical. The difference is that steady daily dosing is far easier on your gut and much easier to maintain consistently. No stress, no discomfort, and no complicated schedules. Creatine works best when it fits smoothly into your routine. If loading causes digestive issues or makes you dread taking it, it's not worth it. A simple 3 to 5 grams per day gets the job done without the downside. Progress doesn't come from forcing your body. It comes from supporting it in a way you can stick with long term. Mistake number 4, not drinking enough water. Creatine changes how your body uses water, and that's where many people get confused. By pulling more water into your muscle cells, creatine increases your overall fluid needs slightly. If hydration doesn't keep up, headaches, fatigue, or muscle cramps can appear. When that happens, creatine often gets blamed, but it's not the cause. Poor hydration is. Creatine itself does not dehydrate you. In fact, it helps muscles stay better hydrated internally. The issue arises when people don't adjust their water intake to match this shift. Training hard, sweating more, drinking caffeine, or simply forgetting to drink throughout the day can all make the problem worse. The solution is simple, but important. Drink enough fluids consistently, not just around workouts. Pay attention to thirst, energy levels, and how your body feels during training. When hydration is adequate, these symptoms usually disappear, and creatine feels smooth and supportive instead of draining. Understanding this difference helps you avoid unnecessary discomfort and get the full benefit without blaming the wrong thing. Mistake number 5. Panicking when the scale goes up. The scale lies sometimes, and creatine is one of the best examples of why. When you start taking creatine, it pulls water into your muscle cells, increasing muscle hydration and volume. That water has weight, so the number on the scale may go up slightly. But this isn't fat being added to your body. It's water stored where it actually improves strength, performance, and recovery. The problem is that the scale can't explain what that weight is. It only shows a total number, which makes many people panic and assume they're gaining fat. That fear leads them to quit creatine early, right when it's starting to work. In reality, this early weight change is often a positive sign that your muscles are becoming better fueled and more functional. Instead of letting the scale control your decisions, look at the bigger picture. Pay attention to how you feel in workouts, how your clothes fit, and how your body performs day to day. Those markers tell the real story. Don't let a misleading number scare you away from progress. Mistake number 6. Buying overpriced, advanced creatine. Fancy names don't mean better results, especially when it comes to creatine. Walk down any supplement aisle and you'll see creatine with flashy labels, exotic forms, and bold claims promising superior absorption or zero side effects. But here's the truth. The vast majority of research decades worth is done on simple creatine monohydrate. It's the form proven to improve strength, performance, and recovery safely and effectively. Most of the expensive versions offer little more than marketing. New names don't automatically mean better absorption or faster results, and many of these products haven't been studied nearly as well as monohydrate. In some cases, you're paying more for flavoring, branding, or hype, not real benefits. Creatine monohydrate is affordable, effective, and widely trusted because it works. When sourced from a reputable brand with good quality control, it delivers the same results without the inflated price tag. Instead of chasing the newest trend, stick to what science supports. With creatine, simple beats fancy, and your wallet will thank you too. Mistake number 7. Skipping days. Consistency beats perfect timing every single time when it comes to creatine. Many people get stuck obsessing over whether they should take it before a workout, after a workout, in the morning, or at night. In reality, none of that matters nearly as much as taking it consistently. Creatine works by keeping your muscles saturated over time, not by hitting a precise timing window. When you miss days, muscle creatine levels slowly drop, and progress slows with them. That's a much bigger problem than taking creatine at a non-optimal time. Waiting for the perfect moment often leads to skipped doses, and skipped doses are what really hurt results. A slightly imperfect routine done every day will always outperform a perfect plan you don't follow. The best time to take creatine is simply the time you'll remember every day. Attach it to an existing habit, like breakfast or a post-workout meal, and make it automatic. When muscles stay saturated, creatine delivers steady improvements in strength, recovery, and performance. No perfection required. Mistake number 8. Taking it dry or unmixed. Your stomach definitely notices this one, especially if creatine isn't taken properly. Dry scooping or barely mixing creatine can leave concentrated powder sitting in your digestive tract, which often leads to bloating, cramping, or general stomach discomfort. Creatine isn't harsh by nature, but how you take it matters more than most people realize. When it hits your gut in a dry or clumpy form, your body has to work harder to dissolve and absorb it. And that's where problems start. Mixing creatine thoroughly with enough liquid helps it dissolve evenly, making it much easier on your stomach. Warm water, juice, or even a protein shake can improve solubility and reduce irritation. Taking a few extra seconds to stir or shake properly can make the difference between smooth digestion and an uncomfortable workout. It also helps to avoid taking creatine on a completely empty stomach if you're sensitive. Pairing it with a meal or snack can further reduce digestive stress. Creatine should support your training, not distract you with stomach issues. Proper mixing keeps it simple, effective, and comfortable to use every day. Mistake number 9. Training harder but ignoring recovery. Stronger muscles don't mean invincible joints, and this is where many people get caught off guard. Creatine can help your muscles gain strength and power relatively quickly, sometimes faster than your tendons, ligaments, and connective tissues can adapt. That imbalance can increase stress on your joints if you suddenly lift heavier weights or push harder without proper preparation. The supplement is doing its job, but your body still needs time to catch up structurally. Skipping warm-ups becomes a bigger mistake when strength rises faster than joint readiness. A proper warm-up increases blood flow, improves mobility, and prepares tendons for heavier loads. Without it, joints take the hit, especially in the shoulders, knees, elbows, and lower back. Recovery matters just as much. Muscles may feel ready to train again, but connective tissue often needs more time to heal and strengthen. Smart training bridges the gap, gradually increasing load, prioritizing good form, and allowing rest days help protect your joints while your muscles grow stronger. Creatine is a powerful tool, but it doesn't replace smart movement, patience, and recovery. Train intelligently, and you'll get stronger without breaking down your body. Mistake number 10. Not telling your doctor. This causes unnecessary panic, especially when blood test results come back without proper context. Creatine supplementation can raise creatinine levels, which is a waste marker doctors often use to assess kidney function. Seeing an elevated number on paper can be alarming, but higher creatinine doesn't automatically mean kidney damage. When you take creatine, your body naturally converts a small portion of it into creatinine, so mild increases are expected and normal for many users. The real issue happens when this information isn't communicated. If your doctor doesn't know you supplement with creatine, they may interpret the results as a warning sign of kidney stress. That misunderstanding can lead to unnecessary anxiety, repeat testing, or being told to stop a supplement that isn't actually causing harm. Transparency matters more than most people realize. Being upfront avoids confusion. Simply telling your doctor that you use creatine helps them interpret your labs accurately and consider the full picture, including hydration status, muscle mass, and training habits. Creatine itself isn't the problem. Miscommunication is. Understanding how supplements affect lab markers can save you from needless worry and help you make informed decisions about your health. Mistake number 11. Expecting creatine to fix a bad lifestyle. This is the biggest mistake of all, and it's where most disappointment comes from. Creatine is powerful, but it isn't magic. It won't replace proper sleep, consistent movement, or decent nutrition. If recovery is poor, calories are too low, or training is inconsistent, creatine has very little to work with. Many people expect a supplement to compensate for bad habits, then blame creatine when nothing changes. Creatine works best as a support tool, not a shortcut. It enhances what you're already doing by improving energy availability, hydration inside muscle cells, and training performance. But those benefits only matter if you're actually training, eating enough protein and calories, and allowing your body to recover. Without that foundation, creatine is like upgrading the engine in a car with no fuel. When the basics are handled, creatine shines. Better workouts lead to better adaptations, faster recovery, and more consistent progress over time. The mistake isn't taking creatine. It's expecting it to do the heavy lifting alone. Treat creatine as part of a bigger system, and you'll finally understand why it's one of the most trusted supplements in fitness. Creatine isn't the problem, misuses. When taken correctly, creatine is one of the safest, most effective, and most affordable supplements available. Avoid these 11 mistakes, and creatine finally works the way it's supposed to. Now, I want to hear from you. Which mistake do you think you've been making? Or should I make a follow-up video about creatine after 50, kidney myths, or the best beginner dosage? Drop a comment, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.